My name is Robin Pavia. I work as the chairperson for the Connecticut Sentencing Commission, and I would like to welcome you here this morning to our annual symposium. We're very excited about the presentation today. Just in comparison to last year, I'm seeing so many people here, and I do think it's because of the topic that we have today. It's an incredibly important and critical topic, and I am so excited to be able to begin the day. Now, just by way of background, to give you how we got here. In around 2019, we had a formal request that came in from Senator Austin, who is here with us today, asking that the Sentencing Commission compile and report back on issues relating to mental health and mental illness within the prison system. And after we began that process, we did have an initial report in 2020, but it allowed all of us to realize that this topic was a very complex one. It was one that certainly warranted attention, and that it was going to need a much more detailed response than we were able to do in simply that year. And so we began pursuing that in a more detailed manner. We set up a subcommittee that focused specifically on mental health, and we have the chair, the co-chairs for that here. We are lucky enough to have Attorney Zito and Judge Harmon. I believe he's back there, and you're going to hear from both of them today. And they have worked very tirelessly in response to this issue. And in 2023, we were able to release what is a much more comprehensive study, which allowed for diagnostic data, which again did not solve the issue. It just, I think, reinforced how much work there was yet to be done and how layered the issues were with regard to this topic, the topic of mental health and mental illness within the state, within the criminal justice system, and within the prison population. And so with all of that in mind, we are here today to address these topics. Now, I think some of you, many of you, were here last year, and we did have a keynote speaker who came from California, Judge Bianco, who talked to us about the concepts of treatment within the various systems. He had actually even gone internationally to Italy and studied some of their programs, and the need for compassion when looking at this, again, very complex topic. And this year's speakers and panels were designed to be able to pursue those issues in more detail. There is an obvious need to reflect on how we address mental health within the criminal justice system. And what I can say to you is that the topics and the panels are designed not to necessarily give answers, because there aren't any specific answers to this, but to be able to generate discussion. I know that each and every one of you who is here today is here because you have a role in the criminal justice system within the state, and you are the stakeholders. Just as we say, all of the stakeholders coming together, you're all here because you are involved in the system and the idea of bettering the system. And so we want and welcome your opportunities to give us feedback, to ask questions, to generate discussions, because that is really what is needed here. And so please know that that's the basis of our various panels and topics here, because we know that it is a very complex and long-term issue. I want to spend a moment and just thank some people who have been very influential in organizing this and allowing this to happen, the symposium today and also throughout the course of the year. I am lucky enough to be joined by Dean Nelson, who will be up here, and I'm going to formally introduce her in just a moment. But she and UConn School of Law and all of the staff who have always graciously helped the Connecticut Sentencing Commission, supported the commission, and certainly have opened up their doors year after year to allow us to have this symposium. And we thank you so much, and all of the people who have worked to make that happen. So thank you very much. We want to also thank our keynote speaker today, which is Dr. Norco. I know many of you are familiar with him, and he will have a more formal introduction later, but he is here with us, and we're excited to have him, and so thank you very much. From the Sentencing Commission, people who work behind the scenes tirelessly would include Patricia O'Rourke, who is our research associate, and she keeps us organized beyond belief. And the symposium is certainly something that I know you've been very involved in, and we would not have been able to do without you. So thank you so much. And same with Alex Sarko, who is here as our executive director and has always, throughout the course of the year, not just today, but on every day, keeps us organized and moving forward and productive. So thank you to both of you. I want to thank all of the panel members who are here today. They have given of their time. I know that they have all had to put together their various topics, and it is not necessarily something that you can just do in a simple or expressed fashion. And so, again, thank you to all of them, all of the interns who have helped us organize this, and the commission in general. I thank you all for that as well. On a final note, I'm going to say this. You know, anybody that has heard me talk throughout the last few years will hear me say that I truly think that mental health within the criminal justice system is one of the most important topics that we are facing right now. When you have the issues of mental health intersecting with criminal justice, how we are able to address it, are we addressing it, how we can make the opportunities and the chances for improvement and a future life more productive and successful is just so incredibly important. And I thank all of you for giving of your time today to come here to participate in this. So thank you. I ask that you welcome at this time Dean Nelson, who is here with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judge Pavia. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I think we can do a little better than that. Good morning, everyone. Hey. Making sure everyone is wide awake on this beautiful day. On behalf of the University of Connecticut School of Law, staff, faculty, students, and alumni, I welcome you to the Connecticut Sentencing Commission Symposium Exploring Mental Health and the Criminal Legal System in Connecticut. Since its establishment in 2011, the Connecticut Sentencing Commission has advanced criminal justice policy through active engagement in projects across a range of issues, including pretrial justice and bail reform, felony murder, hate crimes, and compassionate parole. The choice to primarily focus this year's symposium on issues related to mental health illustrates the significance of this topic in all aspects of the criminal legal system and for those who engage with it. The symposium takes place at a time when mental health needs and the crisis of access to mental health treatment are growing and prevalent issues in our society. And we know that there is a disproportionate representation of individuals with serious mental illness, mental health, and substance use disorder treatment needs in the criminal legal system. And so I thank you for choosing this topic and this very important topic and issue for the symposium today. I'm very proud that UConn Law is a partner with the Commission in hosting their 5th conference here at the law school. It is truly an honor to host members of the Commission, Chair Pavia, Vice Chair John Santa, keynote speaker Dr. Norco, and everyone here who has committed their time today to participate in this important conversation. I would also like to thank Alex, Executive Director of the Sentencing Commission, our events, ITS, and catering staff, and everyone who helped to plan and facilitate today's program. The organizers have assembled a stellar group of experts, scholars, advocates, policymakers, lawmakers, and jurists for today's conversations, and I thank all of them, and I thank all of you for your hard work and dedication to exploring potential areas for positive change in this important area. area. Thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you for the wonderful partnership with UConn Law. Our faculty and our students love engaging with the Sentencing Commission on your important work. So thank you so much, and I wish you all a wonderful symposium.